me feeling like I'm academics.
Crazy. All right, cool. Oh, Stephen A. Smith, man. This thing is out of pocket, bro. Yo, Stephen A. Smith, bro, I fuck with you so much, but I've never seen you look this, like, pathetic and sad. And I was really thinking about it. Stephen A. Smith is exactly how I felt when Lil Baby dissed me on his album. Because I was jacking Lil Baby. Pause. Like, I was like, yo, I was rocking with Lil Baby. Like, that was like, yo, I was one of the niggas saying he one of the nicest out. I hear his fucking album, nigga violating me. So now, like, yeah, I could have took it in stride, but then your ego, your man shit start popping in. Now, that's why I think Stephen A., he looking at LeBron like a op. He really want to say LeBron is falling off. Fuck this gray hair old ass nigga. His breath stink. His son is trash. He really want to say that, but he can't. You get what I'm saying? Now, what makes it worse is this. And I always say this to people in general when it comes to confrontation. If you had a confrontation with another man, right? And in that confrontation, you know, you felt that nigga bitched you, but you only felt it when you got home because you ain't do nothing in the moment. You got to let it go. Stephen A. Smith did nothing in front of LeBron when LeBron checked him. He only started turning up the more people started laughing at the clip and commenting about him. That's where I'm like, I thought Stephen A. was better than that. Of course he's supposed to say fuck LeBron. LeBron tried to play with him. I get that. But he's starting to act like a super thug now. Like, my nigga Stephen A. is really on some like, yeah, I would have swung on that nigga if he had played with me. Yo, matter of fact, yo LeBron's a sucker. He been saying the most now. And he's only saying it because he's trying to compensate for his ego that he did nothing in the moment. That LeBron talked to him like a little boy, screamed at him, you did nothing. And here's my thing. Bro, you told us why you did nothing. That same week, you got a $100 million contract from ESPN. You said you didn't want to embarrass the game or do nothing. All right, bro, just stick with that story and just let it go. You've explained what your stance is. Bro, now he keeps saying extra shit like, yeah, I would have beat him up. Like, no, not beat him up. I would have swung on him if he did it. Bro, Stephen A., we don't want to hear that shit, bro. And this is when I realized rappers and media personalities is kind of like you know, analysts and basketball players. Like, Stephen A. Smith done turned into Elliott Wilson after Drake told that nigga to eat a dick. Like, I'm going to keep it a bean. Like, because Elliott Wilson was rocking with Drake heavy. Drake said one thing to the nigga's the biggest hater. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of how Stephen A. is coming across. Again, the only difference is, and by the way, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, because if a nigga say fuck you, fuck him too. But I think Stephen A. looks crazy because he did nothing in the moment, and now he keep talking about what he could have done or would do or will do. That sounds crazy. So LeBron popped on Pat McAfee's show recently to talk about Stephen A. Here we go.
Yep.
Which leads, obviously, to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, well, viral. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, it's, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like how LeBron is even talking though. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Yo, LeBron is in his era of, and I don't know why he's in that era now. Yo, you've been the most criticized player all your career. I do think he is very decorated right now, and he's LeBron, but he's been LeBron for so long. I feel he always wanted to be on his KD shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, at least KD been on these niggas' ass. Pause. KD been on some, yo, man, I don't fuck with y'all niggas, man. Like, y'all niggas don't know the game of basketball like that. Yo, y'all niggas is just haters. Like, he's been on that. LeBron has been, like, and that's the only thing, I guess, if I had to give a criticism, LeBron never was this vocal when niggas was just sucking him off. When niggas was just two-hand twisting, giving him the gawk $5 million, he wasn't saying nothing. He wouldn't even comment on nothing. He had nothing to say. You get what I'm saying? The difference with KD didn't like niggas even if they gave him a compliment. Like, he was always keeping it 100 with what he felt about everything. LeBron sat quiet while he was getting sucked off, and then once people start attacking his son or his decision or how he spoke on how his son was supposed to be good and whatever, now he's like, he's coming out to throw these little pot shots at all these dudes. And for me, it just kind of looks out of, not out of pocket, but it looks out of character for LeBron because we've never seen LeBron like this. And it don't look like he's angry, but it's almost like, damn, you really felt like this about all these niggas for that long? And that brings me to another point. I think for the majority of LeBron James' career, I think people could now realize LeBron was playing a character, playing a role. He wasn't telling you what he really felt about all situations and all people. And I think he's at the point now where, shit, I mean, Jordan got to that point too, but I mean, Jordan was hating a lot. You know what I mean? Jordan would just not give it up whenever he would give his opinion at a certain point. But I think he's at that point now where he feels he could just say what he feels. And again, it's not my place to be like, yo, whether he should be able to do that or not. All I could point out is that he wasn't doing that before. Somebody said it's a transition. He about to be done with ball. Yeah, that might be it too. It's like Michael Jordan at the goddamn retirement speech. He started throwing more shots at niggas. LeBron might be like, yo, let me just get this shit off because y'all niggas talked a lot during my career. Let me get mine off. And by the way, if that's it, you got to respect LeBron too. Niggas talked about him, criticized him, called him out of his name, always said he wasn't enough. Shit, if this is the way to get it back, I'm not tripping on it. I understand. Now, here's the thing. Oh, okay. Oh, Charles Barkley spoke on this.
They both had an awful week. LeBron, he's too big to be that type of bully. To bully Stephen A. and to bully Brian Windhorst. Brian Windhorst is a sweet person, man. He's just trying to do his thing. And I've always liked LeBron, but him being a bully, it turned me off, Dan. But I will say that Stephen A., the way he reacted was so lame and weak.
Yo, Charles is still the only real nigga on TV. He's giving it up exactly how I think the regular human thinks, unless you just love LeBron or hate LeBron.
And Stephen A. is a good dude, man. For him to react, LeBron, like I say, I blame him for starting the bullying, going on Pat's show just bullying people. Because, LeBron, he's a control freak. He knows everything he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows everything he's doing. He knew when he walked up to Stephen A. what he was doing. But the way Stephen A. reacted, going on Gilbert's podcast, talking tough, and I said, come on, man, you're better than that. So there's only losers, Dan, in this scenario. Us as the sports media. You got the biggest star in the game. You probably got the biggest star on television, and they both look bad, in my opinion. And what bothers me the most, they both good dudes. Like, I don't mind people who are an asshole looking bad. I don't mind that at all. They deserve it. But Stephen A is a good dude, and LeBron is a good dude. But they both look really bad this week. They both had a bad week, to answer your question. LeBron started it, and Stephen A, I'm not sure what he was trying to do. He just made it worse and worse and worse. And then I saw the thing last night. We had to come out and apologize for saying LeBron didn't go to Kobe's memorial. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing?
Well, they both know what they're doing. They both get attention. They like attention.
The one thing you can always say about me, I ain't never had personal attacks on people. I've criticized people. That's part of our job, telling the truth. It can never be personal.
But are you searching for attention?
Okay, all right. Let me see if I can play with my boy. What the hell did Stephen A say? Yeah, Stephen A went off for a bit, bro. Where that nigga Stephen A at?
His hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him.
Oh shit!
Even put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
Stop it, Stephen A. Yo, Stephen A just got to be honest, man. And this is the fragile emotions and fragile emotions and also ego of any analyst or media personality. We talk about athletes or rappers or whoever all the time. The moment they mention us, bro, we definitely do get fragile. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, nigga, when they do something bad, we expect them to understand that we're criticizing, saying you did something bad. When they do something good, we give them praise, or we should. The moment they respond back to us, we feel very different. That's a fact. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. That is a fact. So I look at Stephen A, though, as a guy who's been doing this longer than anybody. And I'm just watching him because he looked like he's going through it like a athlete never mentioned it before, which there's been so many athletes I mentioned before. Now, maybe he's only doing it for the ratings. He might be only doing it for the ratings.
Correctional officer.
Let me see.
What's up, everybody? Stephen A. Smith.
Nigga did a 52.
I have not been talking about Bronny James. I have not, as LeBron James accused.
And by the way, chat, remember when I told you this is why Stephen A. Smith should have told LeBron eat a dick? Because he's trying to figure out why he's trying to understand LeBron's either vitriol, everything LeBron's doing. But the reality is this. You've talked about LeBron for 20 years. This is the first time he got to say something about you. He probably never liked you. Like there's some artists that don't like me. Or probably wouldn't even care to get to know me. That if they could say one thing about me, or there's a time for them to say something about me, they're going to say something negative. And Stephen A. Smith, I think he's taking it personal, like if the biggest and best basketball player, and he's a basketball guy, if that person don't fuck with him, or if that person is like completely discrediting him, it's like such a shock to him. And that's why he keeps going back and forth with it. Also, he knows ratings.
Accused me of doing to my face, been shitting on his son. I clapped back at D. Wade and Melo, two brothers I love dearly, when they were talking about this, even though 99% of the stuff they said was right. It was not clapping back at his son. Your second-round pick, 55th overall. There's been plenty of second-round picks that have to work their way up through the ranks before getting to the pro level. Me pointing that out about his son and talking about how his son has been pushed to the forefront, thereby put in a line of fire for folks in the media to come at him, is not denigrating his son. It's simply highlighting what we all knew, which is that he's not ready yet. But based on what we've seen from Bronny recently, there are indications that he will be. And as LeBron James pointed out on the Pat McAfee show today, it's probably sooner than later because his growth and his maturation from just a year ago has happened by leaps and bounds. Nothing but respect and appreciation. Wishing Bronny nothing but the best. This is not about Bronny. This is about LeBron. This is about LeBron. And when you sit up there and you talk about I love talking about. I don't need something like this to happen to talk about LeBron. He plays for the Lakers. He is LeBron James. I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron James. And do I use him for ratings? You're damn right. Like I use anything in the news for ratings. Because I'm a reporter and a personality and a pundit and a commentator. That's my career.
Go ahead.
Of course I talk about him. Of course I talk about anything relevant in the news. 1 minute it's LeBron, another minute it's the Cowboys. Y'all act like that's all I talk about. For 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week live, all I talk about is LeBron and the Cowboys. Are you sure?
Yeah, I talk about LeBron a lot, man. It's all good.
When you bring your family up in there before, you're going to go on Pat McAfee show, talk about you going to protect your house. What you talking about? Your son ain't at the house. He's at crypto.com arena. We ain't covering him in Brentwood. We covering him in downtown L.A.
Man, just ask that nigga for a fade, man. I don't think LeBron would take it. LeBron my nigga, but I don't think LeBron got no squabbles. LeBron one of them big-ass niggas that, like he'll go like this and then he just try to grab you, bro. LeBron don't got no fucking squabbles, nigga. Like, has LeBron won any NBA fight, nigga? I've seen, like, little niggas, like, trying to intimidate LeBron. LeBron got no fucking squabbles.
Crypto.com arena, where you put him. Now, I happen to believe that he's going to be ready. I think Bronny's going to be an NBA player.
Man, I ain't gonna. This is a dick ride now, like by Steve. Steve, stop the fucking dick ride. That's what I told you. You should have told that nigga to eat a dick off rip. That's why your conscience is fucking with you. You ain't tell him to eat a dick day one, and now he flexing on you and you don't know what to do. Man, Bronny gonna be a star if he turn trans and go in that WNBA, nigga. He ain't finna be no fucking star in the goddamn NBA, my nigga. I don't give a damn. It ain't gonna be no goddamn star, bro. You gotta stay 100 on what you really think. You don't think that nigga gonna be no goddamn star? They're trying to force feed that nigga, bro. Bro, the nigga is small as Chris Paul with like he got some athleticism, but it's not like he got it like Nate Robinson. Keep it a beam. Nigga shooting 30%, 40% from the free throw. Like, this shit is not good. Fuck are we talking about? LeBron scaring you into a new opinion? I don't like that shit. That's why you should tell LeBron. This why, you see, Stephen A. Smith having a conflict as a man. Because he want to be cool with LeBron. You always want to be cool with the biggest artist. Bruh, I had that conflict when Drake first started talking shit to me. First time I talked to Drake, he talking crazy shit to me. He my favorite. I tell that nigga, eat a dick. I don't need you, nigga. I do, but I had to tell him that shit. Gotta stand on it. Pause. Then we became cool, and now we best friends. But seriously, though, if you get what I'm saying, Stephen A. is coming across hurt. And when you hurt, you start saying all type of shit. If you laid a hand on me, I'm punching him in his face. I would have did this. I would have did that. Yo, like, come on, bro.
I believe in the kid personally. But LeBron did this. Now, to get to he and I, could y'all please go back to the video of him getting in my... I'm not talking about. I have even more nuggets of info to give y'all on that point.
What?
Brother don't like smoke. He just likes to give it. Typical bully mentality. It ain't working with me. What am I talking about exactly?
It worked already.
I'll tell you right after this break.
Stephen A. Smith, the type of nigga you slap, nigga. You slap him today, and for the next 3 weeks, he's still politicking the slap. No, nigga, you're either going to slap that nigga back, but what the fuck are you talking about?
But this is what he does. It's what he's always done. And then he looks at everybody else and he say, this Stephen A. man, please, whatever. Why do I take this so seriously? Because you got cats out there trying to give the impression that I come after people's families. I need y'all to pause for 1 second. And I just need y'all to think. I'm just talking to the professional athletes out there. I'm not going to even mention any names.
Damn,
as in, we'll probably never speak in life again.
Damn.
But if he wanted, I wish he had the shop. I wish he invited me on.
Damn.
Not my platform, his platform. You can't defend the stuff that he's done. You have no idea, but he knows I know. We want to go there, let's go there. Slithering and just through stuff and always with the two-faced nonsense. Ooh, y'all don't know the half.
Yo, Stephen A. Smith, man. You see when a rapper play with me, man, I expose him daily, man. If you're not on LeBron James' head top exposing that nigga, you see, you got too much rules for yourself. Yo, a rapper play with me, I'll expose his baby mama having an abortion, nigga. I'll expose a miscarriage. Nigga, I'll expose anything, nigga. Nigga, I just keep secrets in my wheelhouse. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Once you say something about me, nigga, it's happening. I'm saying anything, nigga. I might try to, a rapper told me, yo, Ak, the way you was going at me, it sounded like you was trying to put the feds on me. You know what I said? I was. The fuck do you think I was doing, nigga? I was covering all your crimes, nigga. Nigga, I was trying to help the DA write the indictment. Fuck are you talking about? I don't think it's a good idea to be getting into it with me. Because I don't got no rules. There ain't no morals and ethics. I'd be like, oh my God, Ak, let's not do that. Nigga, what? I done told y'all. Nigga, I break up your marriage. I'll tell your kid that you ain't a biological father. I don't care. I'm not going to Charleston White would do much more. Like, Charleston White gonna call your kid. I won't do that. But I'm just saying, like, come on, bro. Not to tell a nigga I was trying to. The fuck?
Y'all don't know. So when he went on Pat McAfee's show earlier today, it was no surprise. The show that comes on after First Take. The show that stars me. I know that you got a new podcast coming out with Steve Nash. No surprise there. JJ Redick, Steve Nash. No surprise. Got the podcast coming out. Definitely want to promote that basketball podcast. And we should watch it. We should learn because LeBron knows more basketball.
Chat, I'm not anti-LeBron. I'm actually saying LeBron is clapping these niggas up. I looked at him doing this, though. This felt like an end-of-career move. I don't think prime LeBron, who's knowing that criticisms of him being inadequate, his team is valid, would be sitting up here saying what he's saying. But I think LeBron knows at this point, whether the Lakers win a ring or not this year, and I think they got a decent chance, I think he knows his legacy's cemented. If he plays 3 more years, 4 more years, if he plays whatever, maybe he just plays to wait for his other son to get in the league, you're either already thought he's the GOAT or he could never be the GOAT. I don't think there's nobody's like, the next ring makes him the GOAT. There's nobody like that. There's people who say he's already the GOAT, and then people who are saying he could never be the GOAT. So I think this is an end-of-career move type of shit. And I think he always wanted to get his shit off at a couple niggas. Real talk.
Well, that most people forgot. Just like he said to Pat McAfee, his mind, he thinks the game. Most of these people rely on their athleticism and their talents and their skill. He relies on his brain. He's absolutely right. And he knows basketball backwards and forwards. That has nothing to do with how you've treated people. That has nothing to do with the things that you've said. That has nothing to do with you confronting me about doing my job. And everybody wants to look at it and say, as a father, as a father, as a father. Because I said, as a father. I stand by that. Not because he's Bronny's father. I stand by it because he was the one putting everything on public display. We didn't have to know that he didn't care about, I'm sorry. We did not have to know that he was willing to go someplace else practically for free. We did not have to know that it was not about the money. We did not have to hear him say, you want me, draft Bronny. We did not have to hear him say, my son is better than half the players or some of the players in the NBA right now before he ever played an NBA game. You did that. That was LeBron James who did that.
All right, man.
He wasn't asked that. Gloria James get $50. His talents to South Beach. Did y'all remember what happened in the app?
These guys are just weird.
Oh, that was that
Because
Wendy.
of that, we gloss over those facts. But those ain't the only facts. Weeks ago, what he had.
Brian Windhurst on one of these shows not too long ago, like a clip.
Yeah, you played on Browns.
Lindy, you guys played together in high school.
Yeah,
right?
St.
He was on your high
Yeah,
school
this
team.
guy was like, says he's like my best friend. These guys are just weird.
I have worked with Brian Windhorst for years. Never once did he say that LeBron was a best friend.
Yo, Stephen A. Smith, you gotta tell LeBron to eat a dick. Let me tell you, these media niggas and these basketball players, athletes niggas, and rap niggas, they're just alike. If you not pushing their narrative, they look at you as an op. And they know what they're doing. LeBron know what he's doing. LeBron knew he was gonna drop a dynamite and walk out of the room with y'all with the comments that he's making. He's making these comments for a reason.
A matter of fact, years earlier, it was LeBron who sat in front of the microphones and said, probably nobody knows me better than Brian Windhorst, who's been covering me since I was in junior high school. But that's how he talked about him. Brian Windhorst is an exceptional.
All right, man. Okay, anyway. Stephen A.
Which
Smith
leads,
continue to go
that
in.
with anybody, and for some reason, no one ever asked him about that. Wasn't it you who said that Bronny James was better than some players in the NBA right now before he was even drafted? Wasn't it you who said, if you want me, draft my son because you wanted to play with your son for 1 year? Wasn't it you who literally circumvented meritocracy within the National Basketball Association and got the entire media world in the NBA and, of course, the Lakers organization to buy in on that? LeBron James did all of that. That is the person I was talking about as a father, not the father in Brentwood or Bel Air or wherever.
Hold on. I'm trying to get to the good parts.
I never brought up really and never really discussed why you were not at Kobe Bryant's memorial service. I never really brought up or discussed why you did not attend Dwayne Wade's Hall of Fame induction when that man was directly responsible for you capturing a championship for the first time in your career. I brought up none of that. I never
Now, Stephen A. then came out and said, my apologies and clarification. I misspoke in hour one of First Take today when I intimated that LeBron did not attend Kobe Bryant's memorial. I corrected myself in hour two. I acknowledged he was indeed in attendance by mistake. Should have not broached that subject. It was not my main point. I retract nothing else I have to say. Yo, so this is like an all-out war.
Else he has homes. I'm talking about, within 2 weeks after obviously a negotiation took place, LeBron James is on it. We know a negotiation took place because we understand that since LeBron, great leader. I mean, my God, I have done everything but put diapers and a bib on this brother. But it ain't enough.
Damn.
Because one thing matters to him and one thing only, and that's him being recognized as the greatest of all times. Well, you're not in my book. That belongs to Michael Jordan. Where would I get that from? Let's count the ways. So we have a situation where we're looking at LeBron James breaking all these records, and we're conveniently forgetting that he's in his 22nd year. But Jordan did all of this pretty much in his first 13, although he had 15 years. He only came back for the final 2 years because he wanted to be an owner. And part of the stipulation with Abe Pollin, then the owner of the Washington franchise, was that he be a part of the team and play and generate revenue and interest, etc., so he could ultimately become an owner. It was really his first 13 years. Yet still in all, here we are in the year 2025, decades after Michael Jordan has retired. While LeBron James is still playing,
He's trying to get LeBron
James
that
is still
sauce.
2 titles shy of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is 6. LeBron James has 4. He does have as many finals losses as Michael Jordan has wins. He has 6 finals losses. He has 4 championships. Let me continue. Michael Jordan, NBA Finals MVP, 6th, the most all time. LeBron James, 4. Despite having played a minimum of 7 more seasons than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, regular season MVP, 5, tied for second all time with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. LeBron James, 4. Once again, he comes up short to Michael Jordan. All NBA first team, 10 of 15 seasons, 67% for Michael Jordan, 59%, 13 of 22 for LeBron James over the course of 22 years. Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Jordan captured that once. That has never been an honor bestowed upon LeBron James.
Damn.
All NBA Defensive First Team, 9, tied for most all time to LeBron James, 5. He's still 4 short despite having a minimum of 7 more seasons. Scoring titles, 10-1. LeBron James does have an assist title. Michael Jordan never did that. Michael Jordan led the league in steals on 3 occasions. He's had 9 NBA record, 9 game-winning.
This nigga done turned into Elliott Wilson for Drake.
Just stated a point in fact. We want to forget that. We want to forget that other people were pointing to his legitimacy or lack. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being the 19th world to hear it live, authentic, and in living color. I can say that to him right now. Ain't nobody hiding. But the bottom line is, I don't anticipate he's going to take me up on that offer just for the same reason he did. He came up to me courtside instead of meeting me in the back in the locker room so we could talk man to man. He doesn't want a rebuttal. He doesn't want any pushback. He just wants to say what he said like he did on courtside and then depart, but looks right up to the camera that's behind us that I never saw, who was filming it all along. The man orchestrates stuff. The man will smile in your face, and he's got something behind his back, ready to stab you in it. It's who he has been. It's who I have known him to be. It's why he does.
Basically saying LeBron's a fucking snake.
Doesn't like me because he knows I know it, and it's why I certainly don't like him. But it's not going to stop me from being professional at all times. America, the world. I work for ESPN. I will not dishonor this network. I will not dishonor this profession by being unprofessional when it comes to somebody I don't like. Just because I don't like you as a person doesn't mean I cannot appreciate your unquestionable, undeniable, unparalleled greatness. I know who LeBron James is and what he has meant to basketball, but I also know how he's alienated a lot of folks along the way. I'm not the only one. I'm just one of the few that is in a position to speak up about it. The brother ain't scaring me. Ain't nobody shivering this way. I don't care what he feels or what he has to say.
Shorty look good.
I stand by the things that I said. I have
Ain't Stephen A. clapping her? My boy.
never, ever gone after somebody's family, and I would never do that. And he is creating this narrative because he can't accept the fact that I won't kiss the ring and acknowledge him as the greatest ever. Why? Because he is not. He had to learn to win. His heart got snatched right out of his chest in the NBA Finals Series against the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 when he went 4 straight fourth quarters. He averaged 2.2 points per quarter. 2 of those games, he didn't even score a point. 1 of those games, he didn't even attempt a field goal in the fourth quarter. That's a go? Maybe it is to somebody else. It's not to me. I stand by what I said. I appreciate him. I hope the Lakers win. I'd rather be in LA than someplace else come June. I'm not rooting against him, and I'm not rooting against him. But it is what it is. We stand where we stand. You do what you do. I do what I do. But when you come into this lane, my brother, it's the equivalent of me stepping on a basketball court going up against you, asking you not.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hear none of this shit, man. LeBron violated you, bro. Like, bro, just take the L and keep it moving, bro. I love you, Stephen A., but you got to take the L and keep it moving, man. Because LeBron controlling you like a puppet right now. You crashing out. Like, you're eloquent. You want to debate. The nigga stuffed you. Now you want a one-on-one in the middle of the lunch hall. Nah, nigga. It's over. He snuffed you. It's okay. I hate to see Stephen A. Smith like this, bro. I really hate to see it. I really think Stephen A. is catching L's on this one. Just because of his reaction. Because you could tell he's so bothered. Who gives a fuck if LeBron likes you? But you're crashing out over it. And maybe it's just for ratings, but you're crashing out over it.
To shoot a jump shot or whatever. This is my lane, bro. And anytime you want to get down, we can get down. I have no problem debating him. I have no problem showing up in front of an audience. I'll show up on his damn show. It doesn't matter. I have a right to believe that Michael Jordan is the greatest ever and LeBron James is number 2. I have the right to feel that way without him feeling like I called him everything but a child of God and then accusing me and my reputation and my character of going after somebody else's family. I don't.
All right, man. He told all that shit, man. This what LeBron James posted. Because he said if LeBron James had put hands on you, would have swung on him. LeBron James posted this.
Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push. Clean up that cotton. Clean up that cotton. Raise him up. Yeah.
Yo, stop playing my boy, man. Stephen A., I rock with you, man. Just let it go. Please just let it go, bro.
Brought up really and never really discussed.
Just please let it go, Stephen A.
Because that's how petty you become. You're LeBron James. You that butthurt over the things that I'm saying, that you would post that video. When has LeBron James ever done something like that? But suddenly you're doing that as it pertains to me. This man is in his feelings. I wonder why. Get that out the way. Why do I bring that up? Because that's how.
You talking about the boxing video. Kevin Love posted this too.
On me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
Oh, shit.
That man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push.
You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to, yell and scream. You lost.
It is my turn.
You lost the game.
It is my turn. You told me it was.
That man put his hands on me.
Oh, man.
He'll sit there and tell you I'm a conservative, right?
All right, man. I'm gonna leave it there for now, man. But yo, Stephen A., bro, please just move past it. I see Matt Barnes trying to offer you some boxing lessons. Move past it, man. Let me tell you this. In the reality of things, this is how it goes. You as a top media personality, you could stand on your morals and principles of not wanting to be disrespected no matter by who. Even LeBron James, who is the face of the league and probably one of the biggest athletes. But trying to go back and forth with that person, it's just not going to work. They got a bigger audience than you. People watch you to get access to them. It's like me in the media. They watch me to get access to the Drakes, the Kendricks, to whoever. The best advice I would give to you is if you want to, the nigga big dogs you. If you want to big dog him, but I don't think you can. Tell ESPN you ain't finna do 35 topics on him every day. That's what's going to bother you because the nigga violated you and you got to talk to him. You got to talk about him. When me and Meek wasn't on the good terms, I said I ain't covering that bitch ass nigga. I ain't no post, no nothing. And I could make that decision and shit, maybe that decision wasn't in the best interest because maybe it was popping. But shit, even when me and Drake got in a disagreement, I was like, shit, we don't got to cover you. You work for ESPN. You don't have that latitude. You can't tell LeBron you're not going to cover him incessantly. Like, ESPN is LeBron's network. So just try to ignore it, but trying to, like, relitigate it, it makes you seem crazy hurt. And LeBron's in the twilight of his career, I would imagine. Yeah, so LeBron is he got some axes to grind. And you're one of them, Win Horse or whatever whatever the fuck that nigga name is. Yeah, he giving all y'all niggas smoke, and y'all niggas kind of feeling all butthurt, but shit, when y'all was talking about him, y'all did it for 20 years. He ain't get his shit off, so it is what it is, man. So, Stephen A., please, just move on, man. You're one of the best in the game, but constantly crashing out to try to change the narrative about LeBron, it's not going to happen, bro. Please. Love you. Just move on, all right? Chat, I'm getting out of here, man. I'll be back on tomorrow. Trying to save this voice for the 2 of 30 starting tomorrow. I'm going to get back on. I forgot what topic I didn't do today. We'll do tomorrow, but chat, thank y'all for rocking with me. We did 5 hours. I don't even know how my voice survived. I'm getting better, but it's slow, right? Chat, please go to sleep, wake up for tomorrow, And we'll be back on tomorrow, all right? Last thing, my last thing I always ask, go to Ticketmaster, please, everybody. I need y'all at my birthday party, please, come on. We got to make this happen. DJ Akademiks Birthday Live Podcast, find tickets, and cop a couple tickets for you and your friends, man. Come through with the squad, all right? So please, just come through, and that's what we're doing. Anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow. All right, chat? Love y'all.